Hello my lovelies and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about combat boots. Cheap versus expensive. We have some great options, so let's just jump right into trying them on. First pair. Our very expensive pair is by Prada. This is their lugged combat boot. Retails for $790 US. Picked up a 37 European size, or is it Italian? But the materials for textile, we have upper and textile and then leather lining, which is really interesting. So let's see what they look like, try them on. I haven't tried any of these on because we bought them all online. So sizing could be completely off or sizing could be perfect. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. These boots, they're beautiful. They're very rugged, and I mean extremely rugged. The one thing I do want to say, the fit is actually very comfortable, and I do like that you can tie the boot up really high or just very low, because you have these little, like the little loop where you can go around, or you can just leave them leave them be, like I did at the beginning. Then I showed you guys what it looks like tied all the way up the boot, and I think honestly they fit really well. The one thing I do want to say, they are tight right here. But around the toes, the ankle, everything feels really good. But like even now, I feel like you kind of have to maybe stretch them out and then retie them, because the way they're tied right now from the store, they have a line making one of these shorter. I think this one right here is a shorter one, the way they tied it. So it's just a specific way they did the lacing. Honestly, I'm not really into combat boots, but these are really, really beautiful. These are just straight up combat boots. I feel like you can wear these with dresses, like mini skirts, just put on some tights underneath. Yeah, or you can just wear them with leggings, put on jeans. Like I feel like you can really make these versatile, but they're definitely not for everybody. The material, like it's textile. It's very minimal. It doesn't like scream Prada. The only Prada that they have is right here and then right in the back, but it's embossed into the leather, and you can't really see it unless you're looking for it. But all the detail work, all the stitching is honestly very, very precise. It's pretty superb on this shoe. I do like the thicker bottom, nice platform, like nice substantial platform, but they're nice and lightweight. Like I wouldn't say these are heavy. I probably wouldn't get tired wearing these after several hours, but they are very expensive, $790 US. So you're definitely paying quite a bit for the name. All right, moving on to the second pair, Lauder Choice. I'm not gonna pronounce this in French. This is their mountain ankle boot. Price $655. We got size 37 Italian, and then it's 100% calf leather. The second pair is very, very beautiful. The leather is very soft, not something that I would think when I was buying a shoe or a boot especially. And these are definitely more of the like dressed up combat boots. You have a nice thick platform, and I do like that the toe is a little bit more of like an almond toe. It's not too round, it's not too pointy. And then just all the little detail work on the rubber right here, it's stunning, and it's definitely a very light rubber. These are definitely a lot lighter than the Prada boots, just because I think because of this light leather, this calf leather. The one thing I do want to mention, even though this beautiful gold hardware, it's stunning, but you can see already a ton of scratches, and then these are brand new boots. So if that's something that bothers you, it might bother you. Another thing, just one thing, just personally for me, you have to tie them all the way up, and then once you tie them, you use this ankle thing right here, the strap, to go around. So it's like an extra step that you have to do to put your boots on. It's just, it's a little more maintenance required with these beautiful pair of boots. Another thing that I like for the look, they have a different tone on the inside for the leather, for the tongue and the lining. And it's this beautiful chocolate brown. So I think the contrast between this beautiful light beige and then the gold, and this gold is definitely not a yellow gold. It's a very beautiful muted light yellow gold, which I think is stunning, kind of like a champagne gold. And then this beautiful chocolate, like cognac brown. It's stunning. The quality is definitely there. The quality is very, very good. Like I said, all the stitching, but because like it is leather, so you are gonna see a lot of creasing, a lot of movement in the shoe. And for size reference, these are definitely true to size. Nothing is pinching. Everything feels comfortable. Everything feels snug enough where I can feel like I can even wear like thicker socks with these boots. But otherwise, feet feel very warm, very snug, very sturdy. It's just a really good quality pair of boots. Next pair are Dr. Martens. This is their 1460 Mono 8i boots style. Price $150 US and size 7 US, and cowhide leather. Cowhide. And we got a really interesting pair. They're white. Okay, the Doc Martens. They're actually very cool. These are the most, I would say, like substantial, very rugged type of combat boots. Even though they're white, the material is all cowhide, so it's very easy to clean, and then you have the rubber. The only thing I would say, maybe you'd need to replace the laces, since they're fabric, yes, fabric lacing. I think the look of these, like I said, very rugged, they're very cool, they're very straightforward Doc Martens. The one thing I do want to say, they are the least comfortable as of right now, just because they're not stretched to my size, they're not stretched to my feet, my legs, you know, things like that, my movements. I did hear certain things that if it's just straight up just cowhide leather for Doc Martens, they're one of the most painful shoes to train, to wear into. I got Andre ones that have the shirling on the inside, so they're definitely a lot more softer. And the leather on the outside, what was that? It's like super soft material. But the lining on the inside, not on the sides, but just where your foot is sitting, Andre said they were super slippery, just like these ones. These ones, I think I would wear like just straight up wool socks in the winter time, like really high wool socks, just because all of this right here, there is no lining. It's just leather on the inside, and the way they crease and the way they fold, it's a little bit uncomfortable. They kind of ride around on my ankle and my leg, not on my foot. My foot feels really comfortable, very true to size, but just around my ankle and around my foot. It's a little bit rough. It's not as soft, it's not as malleable just yet, but I feel like if I had these for a couple of weeks, maybe a month or two, I would really kind of wear them in. But I hear a lot of people say once you really wear them in and you kind of train them to your feet, they're super comfortable, they're very easy to wear and just throw on. But like I said, these are very rugged, and I like that you can tie the laces whichever way you prefer around the actual boot, all the way up your leg, your foot. But yeah, I just think they're very good. They're very beautiful looking pair of boots. And everything is white, which I think is very cool. Like, I've never seen a pair of boots like this. And the bottom does have a little bit of texture on the platform. So let's talk about quality. Quality is a little bit iffy for me. I think because they look so rugged, and maybe they're meant to look really rugged, just some parts where the stitching was, I've showed you guys close up, you can really kind of see the holes being a little bit exaggerated than some of the other holes where the stitching is. And then just the way the material is cut, it's very rugged, which I think that's just the look they're going for, because it's just rugged everywhere besides at the very top. I would wait for these to go on sale. Like, I got them from Shop Up on sale. I didn't pay the full $190, but I'd pay like $100 to $150 for these max. Next we have, by the brand, guess. This is their Orana Combat Boots. Retails for $99 US, picked up size 7 US, and these are faux leather. Let's try these on. So for the first impression, first time seeing these boots, I think they're stunning. For $99, I'm actually quite happy with how they look, how they fit and feel. True to size, 7 US. If anything, I would maybe go up like half a size for like really warm, thick wool socks. But if you're wearing like ankle socks or just simple socks that you usually wear with like your sneakers or whatever else, I think your true to size will fit very well. The only thing for fit wise, you do have a zipper, which I think is a huge positive and then a negative in my book. So for example, you can definitely loosen the ties right here in the front, but the thing is, there's not as much give right here when it's zipped up. So the only way you can undo it is by untying it right here, just doing it more loose. If you do have, let's say, more of like a thicker ankle or a thicker calf. I do like all the little details. I do like their little buckle right here with the G. It's not like in your face. It doesn't scream Guess. They do have a Guess logo right here, but it's kind of hidden with the lacing.
Might be Gucci.
Yeah, but these definitely remind me of the Prada boots with a little bit lesser of a profile for the combat, for the platform. So let's talk about the quality of these boots. These are all man-made materials, even the platform, they're not saying that it's rubber. Like the stitching on the leather, it's not real stitching, it's literally just printed on here. Then moving on to the rest of the stitching. Honestly, it's not bad. It's not as thick and it's not as substantial stitching on the rest of the man-made materials, but it's a $99 pair of shoe. And then you can just see different glue lines, like right here especially. There's some gapping right here, a little bit of warping happening. So it's not like technically like a perfect pair of shoe. And then a ton of stitching right here, especially where everything is placed together. You can see a lot of defects, a lot of quality issues happening here, but visually I think they're beautiful, and especially if you're more deciding to kind of jump into a combat boot situation, I would go for something like this, really test it out, see how you like it, and that way, even though it's still $99, you're not paying like $500 or $700 for a pair of shoes that you might only wear a couple times a year. And I do quickly want to mention, like, I think the quality is good for $100 shoes, just because at $100, you can't really find that great materials, for example, like real leather. I'm not talking about genuine leather. I'm talking about like cowhide leather or like calfskin leather, like that really beautiful, long-lasting leather. But I think the quality for $100, it's somewhat there. Like, you'll see a lot of glue lines, you'll see random stitching that doesn't really line up, a lot of stitching not finished. But for this pair of boots, I think they're beautiful, but definitely wait for like a sale for like $75, $80. Last but not least, we have the last pair of shoes that arrived literally today. These are from Shein. This is their zipper decor plush inside combat boots, retailing for $35 US, and we got a European 38. And the outer is PU leather, which is polyurethane, and the lining is suede. Suede, really. Let's check these out. They look very fleece inside, fleece material. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys right now. These are straight up slippers for inside your house. That's how substantial they are. Like, there is no substance to these boots, but I think they're very comfortable. It's like walking on clouds. So this lining, it's definitely not suede. It's definitely that fleece, very soft. A lot of like plushy robes have like those cheap plushy robes. This is what I'm talking about. It's literally like clouds for your feet, and that's why I'm saying these are slippers. But even the inside, it has the lining, the inserts, you can take them out, and they're also that plushy material. I think they're actually very cute for a pair of boots. Like, I like the zippers. You don't have to untie your laces. I did, just because I felt like I think it looks better once you kind of tie them around the boots. But I like you have a zipper on the side. You could just take the zipper, slide your foot right in, and then just put the zipper back up. I think for 35 bucks, honestly, not bad. I was even looking at the fake rubber on the bottom, and it's pretty glued on, not bad. And the stitching, all the stitching is not bad. There's some parts where it's a little off, a little unfinished right here. Shoelaces are just standard shoelaces. It's a very cheap pair of boots, but you're gonna get what you pay for. And like I said, when you put them on, it's like little clouds for your feet. Very interested. I think they're gonna be this soft and plushy on the inside, which I think is a great thing. To wrap the combat boots up, the cheap versus expensive, I think my top two are definitely the Prada and the Guess. They look very similar in terms of style and shape, but the Guess has a little bit more detail, like the buckle and then the extra lacing, the zippers. But the Prada, they're just like standard, straight to the point combat boots that are just immaculate quality. I mean, they're beautiful quality. But like I said, if you're not really into the combat boots and you know you're not gonna wear them a lot, go for something like Guess. They're still I would say more of like a subdued combat boot, but they're still very beautiful. The colorways are stunning. This is honestly one of the very few cheap versus expensive where I feel like all the boots had their own little statement. I didn't hate one more than the other. They all had their own time, you know? They all like shined on their own. Some had a little bit more pluses than minuses. Some just had their own style altogether. But I feel like my second choice would be the Doc Martens, or the second most expensive. But I feel like the second most expensive, even though they're a very beautiful pair of boots, but I feel like I wouldn't want to wear them over and over again, just because I feel like the style is a little bit more trendy. I'm gonna leave it at that. Please share your favorite type of combat boots. What color do you like? More of the blacks, the dark browns, the greens, or more like the beigey colors that I've chosen? But for now, you guys, thank you for watching, spending time with me and these combat boots, and we'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye.